I know. The final battle is one of, if not the most loved finale in all of Ninjago's 16, almost 17 season run. But in my opinion, it's just not as good as everybody says it is. Now let me just say that's perfectly fine if you like this finale. I get it. After all, it was meant to be the finale of the whole show. I'm not trying to make you dislike the final battle, I'm just wanting to share my thoughts on the ending of Season 2. So now, just hear me out. So starting with what's probably my biggest problem with the fight, Garmadon. Or more accurately, the lack of Garmadon in the final episode. All the way back in Season 1, Episode 1, we were told that the Green Ninja will one day fight Garmadon, and then in episode 10, it's revealed that Lloyd, Garmadon's son, is the Green Ninja. So the rest of Season 1 and almost all of Season 2, we know that Lloyd will soon have to fight his father, and if he doesn't win, then the whole world is screwed. But then, in Season 2, Episode 12, Garmadon gets possessed by the Overlord. And in this episode, we get probably one of the best fights in the whole series. We see Lloyd try and fight the Overlord, while Garmadon is trying to fight the Overlord's possession. And this is also one of Garmadon's best scenes. As he tries to fight the possession, we see that he is terrified for his son. He doesn't want to fight Lloyd just as much as Lloyd doesn't want to fight him. And now his son's life is in the hands of the embodiment of evil. So far, I've made it sound like Garmadon getting possessed only did good for the story, right? Well, that was episode 12. There's still one more episode left, in which that's where the actual final battle takes place. In episode 12, Garmadon's possession is great, because the Garmadon is still fighting back against the Overlord. But in episode 13, the Overlord is in full control. So instead of the final battle being a fight between father and son, like the show has been building up to for the past season, it becomes a generic battle between good and evil. The second thing is Lloyd. Lloyd himself is fine during the battle. Aside from a few bad lines. But what I'm talking about is his true potential. This is one of 7 true potentials we see in the show, and Lloyd's is by far the worst. Let me go through each of the others in order. Zane unlocks his true potential after learning that he is a robot and then accepting that. Jay unlocks his by learning that he doesn't need to change himself to impress others. Cole, after making up with his dad and telling him that he doesn't want to be a singer and dancer, and that he is a ninja, is able to unlock his true potential to save his dad. Throughout all of Season 1, Kai believes that he is going to become the Green Ninja, but then realizes that he was never meant to become the Green Ninja, but to protect him. Nia is able to unlock her true potential by learning that it is okay to fail, and that she shouldn't give up so easily. And finally, Sora unlocks her true potential after realizing that her parents will never accept her for who she is, and that she should focus on the people who do care for her and not her parents. Everybody but Lloyd unlocks their true potential by getting past a mental roadblock. Even Garmadon in Seasons 8 and 9, he never unlocks his true potential, but we're told that Lloyd is the thing holding him back. And then Lloyd, he stands up to the Overlord unarmed and with a broken leg. He's able to hold his ground against the Overlord. You see what the problem is? Lloyd doesn't realize something. He doesn't apologize to anybody. He doesn't learn anything about himself. He just unlocks it. It's a lot more lame than the others. You may not realize it while watching the episode because you're just so caught up in the action. But how Lloyd becomes, in his words,
the ultimate spinjitzu master,
just really sucks. You wanna know how the writers could have fixed this? Just don't have Garmadon be possessed and do the fight you've been building towards for the past 2 seasons. It's that easy. If Garmadon's not possessed, then Lloyd could have unlocked his true potential by finally accepting that he has to fight his dad. Okay, those are the 2 big things, but there are some more. Just the other problems I have with the fight aren't big enough to get their own sections. This episode has some of the worst dialogue in the show.
I have come here to fight you!
You don't even have a sword.
I don't need a sword. I'm the ultimate spinjitzu master!
And the fight is just extremely boring. Like, you remove the music and just watch the fight without audio, and it's so boring. It's so lame. Now, if you were a kid back in 2012 watching the final battle, then it was probably really exciting because this was, again, meant to be the finale to the whole show. But obviously, it wasn't. So now, looking back on it, I think that the main reason people love this finale so much is because of nostalgia. Something I don't have for this battle, mainly because I wasn't into Ninjago when the first 2 seasons were airing, because I was 3 when this episode first aired. I got into Ninjago when I was 4 or 5 in 2014. I watched the show on Netflix, so I wasn't limited to which episodes I could watch. And unlike any normal person, 4-year-old me decided not to watch any of the episodes in order, so I don't have the experience of first watching the final battle arc in season 2. I also, back then, just assumed that everything got another season or sequel, so I didn't know that the final battle was meant to be the end. The weird thing is that I have nostalgia for season 1 and most of season 2, but I don't have nostalgia for the final battle. I have nostalgia for the beginning of episode 13 and the very end, but not for the fight itself. Every time I watch the final battle, I just think of how much better it could have been if Lloyd was fighting Garmadon, not the Overlord. You want to know which season finale is a better version of the final battle? Season 9's finale. In that episode, Lloyd and Garmadon have a fight that the show has been building towards for a little over a season, and this time Garmadon doesn't get possessed by pure evil. So we're able to have a fight between father and son. And this battle takes place in the exact same spot that season 2's finale took place in. But I think that's all I have to say. There's also stuff like the fact that if Lloyd won the fight, then all evil would be gone. But that's not a problem with the battle. That's our problem with LEGO bringing Ninjago back for season 3, and a season 4, and then a 5th, and then a 6th season, and then a 7th, and then a movie, and then an 8th season, and then 7 more seasons, and then a sequel show. But with that, if you enjoyed, I'd really appreciate it if you took 2 seconds to like and subscribe. And once again, this is all just my opinion, and you don't have to agree with me, or maybe you do agree with me but still love the final battle. That's fine too. Or you might fully agree with me, and that would be great. And one more thing, I wrote a script for this video. As of writing this, I have a feeling that you're going to be able to tell I'm reading off a script, because this is only my 2nd time going off a script. Oh yeah, almost forgot. If you're wondering what my least favorite finale is, take a guess. It's not nearly as controversial as this video has been. Bye.